Hello, and thank you for checking out CourageousCaregiver.org. My name is Curtis Walker. This is episode number 5. Yes, we're here. We are chugging along. I'm working very hard at getting these videos cranked out for you one by one. And today I wanted to talk to you about a subject that usually hits practically every human being. This is the subject called, or it's about anger, or dealing with anger. Now, I know that myself, that's something I've struggled with for quite some time, and it took a lot for me to be very conscious and aware what anger is, what it means to me, and how it serves me. And until I was able to get to the point of recognizing that, I was more so feeling that I was being controlled by other people, other circumstances, and other events. So, just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that as we go along in the route of being a caregiver. And trust me, being a caregiver is not an easy thing to do. I commend every last one of you for stepping up to the charge, to the call, and actually looking at that loved one that you care about and saying that you were going to step up and do something about it. But I know if you're dealing with somebody who is dealing with cognitive issues, especially in the area of Alzheimer's or dementia, their minds can actually go to a place where they become angered themselves. They are agitated about the changes that are taking place in their lives. Now, they may actually do some things that can just drive you up the wall. I can give you an example. There are some clients that I deal with sometimes, and I counsel some family members as they go through some issues with dealing with their loved ones. And I know there was one person who came to me, and they were just as they started telling me about what they were going through, just hearing the anguish that came across in their voice. They were just so agitated at watching the crazy things that they saw their loved ones do. And when it came to trying to get them to move from one place to the next, or just even to eat their meal because they're concerned about their health and safety and well-being, the person that they were caring about was resistant to it. They were in confrontation with them on a regular level. And they were just pouring it out, and I could see it on their face where it was just in their heart was breaking because they were watching their loved one fight them when it came to the issue of caring. And believe me, it can become so frustrating as you sit there and you just want to help, and you even get to a degree where you don't know what to do. Now, I said it on a couple of other videos before, but as I was dealing with my sister who was dealing with Lewy body's dementia, it made her become so agitated, and she was almost to the point of being combative. One of the first things I had to really address was not that, being angry about why is all this happening to me. I had to dwell in on the fact that I had to function at a higher level and saying that this was happening for me. I had to understand that there were some things I needed to learn about myself in the situation. But I also know that as a caregiver, I couldn't let my anger build up to the point where I was in battle with my sister trying to give her care. Because I know that the anger that I was feeling inside over the situation would have come across as being directed at her, as though she was the one at fault for creating all of this. Or I could have got angry at the disease and saying that this disease has brought this all into my life. But that disease was an inanimate object. So my anger towards that disease would have been fruitless. It would have been for naught. So I had to become a little bit more intelligent and wiser about my approach of dealing with anger. And I had to first look within. I had to start looking within and from the position of not just at the event, not at the person, but more so, what have I been conditioned to think about the various events or the person? Now, primarily I was getting angry because somebody wasn't cooperating with what I wanted them to do. So first thing I had to check myself is making sure I wasn't being controlling of another individual or acting as though I was in control of a situation. When it comes to care, you as a caregiver have to realize that you are partnering with an individual. You're not taking over their lives, because it's already enough work for you as an individual to manage your day-to-day living of your own life. So to get out there and to try to manage somebody else's life, that is an overwhelming task that you're going to get yourself into, and it's some deep waters that you're going to find yourself over your head. So, first of all, check yourself and look at it as though you're partnering with that individual. Second of all, look at what you're thinking about the various events. Now, somebody that you're caring for is moving too slow, and you want to get from one place to the next, and this might be a doctor's appointment that you have to get to at a certain time. Now, you can choose to get all enraged and say, hurry up, let's do this, let's get moving or whatever, and get to the point where you're angry about it. Or you can actually check your thinking. Ask yourself, am I thinking that, this person is being deliberate and making me late? Am I thinking that, this person is trying to sabotage me? Am I thinking that this disease is destroying my life? Am I thinking that this whole event, how did I even get into it? And I hate being here. So, why am I getting entangled in all this craziness? Now, if you're having out of control thoughts like that, something I want you to be conscious of. It is very easy to get caught into the trap of being a victim to the disease or a victim to the circumstances. And you can have runaway thoughts that just run you down that path, because all thoughts that we have lead into an emotional response to those thoughts. And those emotional responses actually then drive us to take action upon our emotions. So what I'm trying to say to you is take a few moments and look at your common path of thinking. If you're trapped in rage right now, think about thoughts that put some serious concentration on those thoughts that you have that are triggering your angered emotions. And then if you find that those thoughts are not serving you, at least that awareness gives you the power to say that you don't have to think those thoughts. Of all the other emotions that are existing out there in this world today, and all the other thoughts that you are capable of as human beings to come up with, you can pick something different to think about when it comes to a certain situation, where as far as what people are doing, your loved ones, or where the disease is taking them. So once again, I just want you to spend some time capturing those thoughts and getting yourself under conscious control, because the last thing you want to do is approach a situation out of anger, because nothing good ever grows from anger. So, and also the other thing about when we're angered, we are no longer being driven by something internal. We are allowing ourselves to be driven by things that are external. And really, you as a caregiver, you have to fight to get yourself under emotional control before you can control your outside environment. Or a matter of fact, I want you to step away from that mindset of thinking that you're going to control, but more so you are facilitating or managing or directing your outside environment as far as how it impacts you internally. So hopefully you learned a lot from this little video segment here. And I also wanted to share with you that down the road I'm going to be developing some webinars. What you've just witnessed here is just a little taste of some of the things that are going to be going on in those webinars. These webinars are going to be a community of other people who are caregivers that you yourself will be able to get online with. You'll be able to voice your concerns, voice some problems and things that you might be trying to figure out or tackle. And you will also be able to share some ideas to help us as a community get better as caregivers. So once again, I thank you for your time that you took to watch this. I really need for this word to get out. In order for this word to get out to the community, get out to the world, thing number one, I need you to share. I need you to tell all the people that you can about these videos. Tell all the people you can about the Facebook page that I've developed. Tell all the people you can about the website that I've developed. The other thing that you can do for me is you could sign up to be on my subscriber list for the newsletter. That's going to be coming out soon. It's going to be chock full of a lot of information. There's also going to be some free giveaways out there if you're really paying attention to what I'm saying right now. So sign up for the newsletter. But more so, I need this information to get out to as many people as possible. This is not about trying to make me popular. This is not about trying to make the book popular. This is more so about the message. People worldwide, there's a gigantic epidemic that's coming. It's driven by Alzheimer's and dementia. The number 4. Every 4 seconds in this world, somebody is being diagnosed with dementia. Or more so, you can put it like this: every 4 seconds, somewhere in the world, somebody is being handed some of the worst news of their lives, almost practically to the level of a death sentence. And that's shaken a lot of people's world, not just the individuals who've received the news about the disease, but the family members and friends who have to step up and support them. My goal, my aim, and my passion is to make sure that everyone is equipped with as many tools as necessary to help them stay in this fight and be able to keep your head up while you're caring for your loved one and also helping to walk your loved one through this disease. So, with that said, I want to thank you for taking this time to watch this video. Take time to leave me comments. Let me know how I'm doing. Even if you got, things to say about, how I'm speaking, my delivery ability, or the lighting of this room or something like that. Give me comments. Let me know. I want to make this better for you. So once again, thank you, and I want you all to have a blessed day. Oh, I'm back again. One other thing I want you to know, with this video, you're going to be seeing this on YouTube, and also this is going to be tied to a new podcast that I'm working at delivering. And one thing I wanted you to know, I'm trying to deliver this without any commercials. That means any advertisements that are being tied to these videos, because I want this video to be strictly about you and the community that we're developing here. So in order to make this happen, in order for me to deliver a lot of materials that I'm putting out for free, here's what I need you to do. I need you to comment. I need you to share. I need you to talk about this as much as possible. Get this out there. And the best thing that you can do to make sure that this stays free and I can still be able to self-fund this is buy the book. Buy a copy for yourself. Buy a copy for a friend. Give it out to anybody that you can to help them get the word out. But in order for me to be able to fund this without bringing commercials and everything else into it, I really need you to buy the book. So once again, thank you for checking this out. Keep sharing the word, and I just once again thank you, and I hope you all have a blessed day.